Now, the National Identification Authority, NIA, has disconnected the Ghana Revenue Authority from its identity verification service platform due to what it calls indebtedness. Now, the GRA also said is said to be owing close to 376 million Ghana cedis and has refused to pay the NIA. This has compelled the NIA to take the decision to disconnect the GRA from the system. The NIA is seeking other options to try and completely delete the entire data from GRA systems. Now, this development has started affecting importers and exporters who have been left stranded and unable to clear their goods. Let's speak to the NIA official who has joined us via Zoom in the person of Emmanuel Williams Ampoma Dallas. Emmanuel Williams Ampoma Dallas works with the NIA. He's the head of corporate affairs with the institution. Emmanuel, thank you for your time. Welcome to Good Afternoon, Ghana. Hello, Emmanuel.
You hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you now. You're welcome to the program. So you have actually interacted for the longest this week with the media, telling us what NIA really wants to do. You have given us certain warnings about people fronting for foreigners to, grab a Ghana card and all that. Just give us a brief, first of all, exactly what you intend to have the public aware or make the public aware of.
Right. So, good afternoon to your viewers. We just sounding a note of caution to the public that citizens that are helping foreign nationals to secure the Ghana card illegally, we are coming after them. And so if you have that in mind, abandon that decision, because very soon, if you try, it will catch up with you. As we speak, we have over 20 people we have arrested. Some are still in police custody. On Tuesday, we went to court. Yesterday, we were, Tuesday, that's yesterday, we were in court. Today, we are in court with some foreign nationals and Ghanaians. Tomorrow, we are in court at Medina, the district magistrate court, to prosecute those who also illegally assisted foreigners to get the Ghana card. We have also deactivated all the cards from the system. We are also aware that people are vouching for people they don't even know, though they are Ghanaians. But per our laws, if you are vouching for somebody, then you must have a relationship with a person. And so all those who are vouching for people they do not know from Adam, we are coming after them. We've audited our system. We have the numbers, and very soon we'll be putting all of them before court. Those who have also vouched for more than 50 people in our system, we are coming after them too, because we are aware some people have made the vouching system their business. And so they are moving from center to center, vouching for people to take something. And per our laws, that is not allowed. So after the audits, we are going after those people as well. We also use the opportunity to announce to the general public that if you are a foreign national and you need any form of identity to execute business legally in Ghana, we have what we call the FIMS project, where we give cards to non-citizens. And so if you need any card to either register a SIM, open an account in Ghana as a foreigner, you have the opportunity to register for the non-citizen card. We have also put in place measures to ensure we curb this trend. And so beginning this month, we have reached an agreement with the Ghana Immigration Service where we are deploying fraud detection officers from the Ghana Immigration Service to all our registration centers across the country so that they can help our officers to protect the NIS project, that is the Ghana Card project. We have also reached an agreement with the CID boss to deploy CID officers to all our regional registration centers. And these centers are mostly our premium centers. So beginning this month, we are deploying CID officials to our regional offices to augment the work our officers are doing in the various regions. So these are some of the measures. We've also put in place measures to train our officials on current trends so that we do not compromise the national identification system that we have all strived to build.
All right, Emmanuel. That is the warning that you actually sent to the public. The public is dealing with that. I'm not sure how effective that will be because for the longest we've had Ghanaians who have collaborated with foreigners, urged them on, they're into businesses they're not supposed to, be in. So if you look at the business chain itself, it's quite long, where every institution seems to have a role to play as far as ensuring the legality of it is implemented is concerned. So I'm not sure how extensive and how effective you can do to the extent that it creates or gives us a sane system for Ghanaians to really largely benefit.
Right. So in our system, we are able to track. If you say Annie is your niece or cousin, when we pick your Ghana card number, we should see some family familiarities between Annie and whoever that vouched for Annie. In the absence of that, we go further to check whether the person is a public servant or a chief or even an assembly member that during the mass registration were allowed to vouch for people. If the person doesn't fall within this category, then it means the person did so to compromise our system. And those are the people we are going after. And trust us, our system is very robust that if we want to come after you, all the details we need to come after you, we have it. Now, we have started the prosecution. I mentioned
you started
a few
prosecuting
seconds ago.
You started prosecuting the persons you've arrested?
Yes, we've started prosecuting those we have arrested.
How serious is this? How serious is this offense?
Right. So currently, one person is serving 8 months. Is a foreigner who got onto the system. We caught him. We have deactivated the card. We took him to court and he's been jailed for 8 months. After he's done serving his term, he will be deported to his home country, which is Nigeria. All other Ghanaian citizens who aid and abet these people, they can go to prison for not less than 2 years.
Oh, wow.
And so this is how much anybody that compromises the system and is caught will spend in prison.
I see. And you say you have arrested at least how many people so far?
So far, we have about 20 people that are before court. And just this morning, I got a memo from the CID units in-house. They have arrested additional 7 people who were sent to court yesterday. I understand some judges are on vacation, so they went to seek leave of the court to keep them in their custody. So they are in custody waiting to appear before courts, and then their sentences will be handed over to them.
I see. Is this practice very rampant? Is it common within your system?
So we started seeing a surge few months ago as a result of the appreciation of the Ghana cedi. And so you see, you cannot open a bank account here in Ghana without having the Ghana card. And so these foreigners find dubious means to get a Ghana card, open accounts, and deposit cedis into their accounts. And then they will move out of the jurisdiction to withdraw the money. And we feel if we do not nip this act in the bud, it can contribute to money laundering. That is why, as an authority, together with our stakeholders, just last week, we engaged the Ghana Association of Banks. They brought their concerns, and we have taken on board their concerns very seriously and putting in place measures to ensure we are able to nip this act in the bud. So that is what we are doing so far.
What's the security system you've put in place to monitor? Do you have a special task force set aside by the NIA going around and doing this work?
Right. So as I mentioned, we are deploying fraud detection officers from the Ghana Immigration Service to all our district registration centers. At the regional level, we are deploying CID officials to all our regional registration centers so that those that are already in the system and we are finding ways to get them out, when that is done, we will not have a surge in the system again, at least with the presence of these security officials in our various registration centers.
Yeah, right. Okay, well, now let's focus on the issue of your, impasse with the GRA. Give us a brief. What exactly is happening?
Right. So when we took over as management of the National Identification Authority, we noticed some state institutions were owing the NIA. And so as management, we wrote letters to them to remind them of their indebtedness to the authority. We have institutions like the DVLA, SNEDS, NHIA, Passport Office, the Ghana Revenue Authority. They were all owing the NIA. We have written to the Ghana Revenue Authority not less than 5 times. None of these letters received a response from the Ghana Revenue Authority. Mind you,
within which periods were these letters written? 5 times, and did you receive? Oh, you said
from January to this time. From January.
Okay, so that's when. So that's when the new government took over.
None of these letters received responses from them.
At the time you were writing to the GRA,
I'm sorry, your line is breaking.
Can you hear me? Am I better,
yes,
Emmanuel?
Yes,
you can hear me. Okay, I was asking that at the time you were writing to the GRA,
yes, I can hear.
Had Mr. Anthony Kwesi Sarpong taking office?
Yes.
He has taken office.
Yes.
So beyond the letter writing, it's the same government anyway, except that it's different institutions. So you may have your bosses have, high level communication or meetings, anything of that nature happening?
Right. So aside writing to them, we have also discussed this issue or reported it to the sector minister of the NIA, that is Honorable Muntaka Mohammed. Aside that, we have met the Parliamentary Select Committee on Public Interest and Administration and reported this case to them. We have also written to the SIGA. Yeah. And the letter went there on the 4th of June. we reported the indebtedness of the GRA to NIA. And it appears every effort to get them to commit to paying the amount they are owing the NIA fell on deaf ear. And so we were left with no other choice than to bite this very hard bullet.
All right.
I am even learning.
It's actually good you described it as hard bullets. I want to ask follow-up questions, but before that, this is a story written on Star FM Online. It's on the 6th of August 2025, which is today. And the headline says that GRA refused NRA 376 million Ghana cedis claims, cites legacy debts and procedural lapses. Have you seen that response from the GRA?
Yes, this morning I saw the response, and as a communications person, I couldn't help but laugh because that release basically said nothing. I have in my hands an MOU that was signed by the Ghana Revenue Authority and the National Identification Authority as far back as 2018. And under this MOU, on behalf of the NIA, Professor Kenneth Agyemang Atefa signed on behalf of the NIA. And then on behalf of Ghana Revenue Authority, Emmanuel Kofi Nti, Commissioner General, signed on behalf of the Ghana Revenue Authority. And this MOU is dated 13th November 2018. On the part of the NIA, it was witnessed by William Kofi Bafo Mensah, who was the head of administration at the National Identification Authority, and then one Philip Mensah, who is also a deputy commissioner, head legal of the GRE, also signed to witness this memorandum of understanding. So I do not understand what the GRE is saying in their release to the public. Thankfully, they did not refute the fact that they owe the NIA 376,747,406 Ghana cedis. They didn't refute that argument. In any event, after this memorandum of understanding was signed in 2018, they were dragged before the finance ministry some 2 years ago, and they paid about 18 million out of the debt they were owing the NIA at the time. And so what are they really referring to? Because we've already even committed paying some about 2 years ago, about 18 million to the NIA. And the memorandum of understanding is there. So I don't know what they are referring to. And even in their release, they were referring to some registration officers in their buildings. For that one, when we reached the memorandum of understanding, they decided that we dot some officers in some of their offices to help applicants or clients who come to their offices and do not have the Ghana card, so that the process will be seamless. Now, in their release, they are referring to it that we've been with them for a while and we are not paying rent and even utilities. I do not know the head and tail of this. The bottom line is we have an agreement with them to pay 6 cedis per hit. That means every person that enters their offices to register to pay tax and they use the NIA data, they will pay 6 Ghana cedis to the National Identification Authority. And this started in 2018. So as we speak, the amount of indebtedness of the GRA to NIA is 376,746,406. And Annie, let me quickly add this. They, after integrating their TIN system into with the Ghana card, came to tell the public and the world that Ghana card registration exposed 10 million people who are taxable but are not paying taxes. This is on My Joy Online. This story. There's another story that integration of Ghana card and TIN has increased our tax base from 4% to 86%. That is how far our system has helped
supported
the NIA,
So-
the GRA to us collect their taxes.
So, with the statistics you're giving, the GRA is owing 376 million Ghana cedis, or over that, just a little over that. The IVS system that you have, that's the identity verification system that you've unplugged. Have you
Yeah.
done the analysis or the math on how much it may cost the country as against what the institution owes before taking this drastic measure? Because there are other powerful institutions that can help settle this dispute. Obviously, there is some misunderstanding in who is right, but it can be settled. I'm just looking at the cost of what you have done as against what GRA is owing.
All right, so let me answer it from this angle. I mentioned that before we took this decision, we have written to them, we have engaged our minister, we have engaged Parliamentary Select Committee on Public Interest and Administration, we have written to SIGA to help us get our money from the Ghana Revenue Authority, but they didn't budge. Now, all state institutions that are allowed to generate money, internally generated funds, are going all out to ensure they get monies to run their institutions. As I speak with you, the very platform they are using, we need to maintain it. And so if you are using and you're not paying, how then do we maintain the platform for it to be robust for your use? Again, we have contract staff in-house that we pay with our IGF. So their inability to pay their debt to us, how do we then pay our contract staff? So it's affecting our operational costs.
Yeah.
They are not the only institution owing. I mentioned, as we speak, Passport Office is owing us $20,905,255
Where? Passport Office?
Yes, Passport Office.
okay.
That's the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Okay.
National Health Insurance Authority, they're also owing us about $58,075,027. So
And this
when you wrote-
this debt spans within which period?
some span from 2020, 2021 to this minute. Now, these institutions I just mentioned, they have shown commitment. We wrote to them on 29th July, hinting them of our decision to cut them off if they don't show commitment. NHIA, Passport Office, they've engaged our authorities at the highest level. So there's some conversation ongoing. But clearly, GRA decided not to engage us.
Okay.
We are also working with a technical panel. And so at the end of every month, we are required to generate about 3.5 million to be able to offset our operational cost, $1 million to offset our operational cost. And so we are where we are because the GRA refused to communicate to the NIA. And Annie, interestingly, the Commissioner General of the GRA is on the board of the NIA. And so they are aware of the financial status of the National Identification Authority.
Okay. Okay. Emmanuel, how long do you, intend to keep this plug out, punishment for?
As we speak, there's some discussion ongoing at the highest level. And we are hoping that by close of day, GRA will do the needful. We are not asking them to pay all the...
But they have to show goodwill to pay. I understand that.
Yes,
yes. Have you deleted their database yet? Because I hear there are threats to delete the database.
Okay, so we have written to data protection, and we want to go and delete the bulk or retrieve the bulk data we gave them. Now, we are, even after paying the amount of money they owe us, we are not going to give them bulk data. We are using a different protocol. So coming back on our verification platform, they may have to come through the API system so that they will not depend on the bulk data system that we used to do with them.
All right. We'll leave it here. Emmanuel Williams and Mpoma Dallas, acting head of corporate affairs, and I thank you for your time this afternoon.